The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears. Squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Blue Hens offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Scanning the field, it's Traore. Takes the easy one to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And right away early in this game, first drive, you're seeing the big storyline here. It's this quarterback's speed versus the defense and who's going to win the day. And I love the tone the defense is setting here. They knew coming in they were going to have to find a way to corral this guy, and they're able to get home early, really creating some momentum on their side.
And the Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The misconnection leaves him with a third down. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hart. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Bears offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So here comes the Bear offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Give to the back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again and go score a TD.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Traore. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long through the 28. Caught over the middle. It's Lynn. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. There he goes. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally tracked down at the 32.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he got loose. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Traore. He's got it. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They want to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Runs through the tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They are up by 7 over Louisiana. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll leave it with him. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
To the air on second down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. This offense has it with really good field position. The give on the option. Plows through the defense. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. I got to do a better job.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking downfield, it's Traore. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bears come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Got him downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First down for the offense.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Missouri State.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead is down to a field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
The Blue Hens will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
By the receiver.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And the Blue Hens have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Traore. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver.
That's a fumble. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
Listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Going to finish it with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Turns it on in midfield. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Right on the money. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Off play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Lynn. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Turning it on. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Dropping back, it's Traore. Got it on the outside, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Has to get there to move the sticks. Runs through a tackle. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Blue Hens line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Delaware! Quick strike through the air for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The Bears are at the line looking to convert on third and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
He's got him. At the 35, he's open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit.
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in...
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal.
At the 9-yard line. First down for the offense.
Just keeps slinging it. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. There he goes. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. He's got it on the right. Past the 40. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quickly to the tight end. Gets away from one, finds room. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Here we go, here we go. Give to the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And this This guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
At the 36-yard line. And that's a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an extra. Point on this one, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back